I'm ready for more. If you fired up, I'm fired up. Don't run from rap. 1, 2, 3. Hey. I'm ready for more. Tell them I'm ready for more. Game time. I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war. I just got 20, I'm running on empty. This mobile that came from my money is silly. I feel it envy, not trying to be friendly. It is what it is, if you want me, come get me. Whenever you ready, no, I keep it steady. Yeah, I get the W, throw the confetti. Please do not tempt me, don't hold it against me. We about that action, don't ever forget it. Squad of gorillas, the army, the navy. When I call a play, I'ma score like I'm Brady. The title is mine, if you want it, come take it. Hey, hey. I'm ready for more. Tell them I'm ready for more.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in a very rainy Kansas City, Missouri at venerable Arrowhead Stadium. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here in KC as their beloved Chiefs took the field, and they are set to match up with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. Set to go in a rematch of what would come to be known later as the first Super Bowl. The Chiefs and Packers are underway. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
From the 40 now on 2nd down, Rodgers. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They go back to the ground with Jones. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, Their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
This one out quickly to Watkins. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 19. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
On first down, Jones. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers! Sammy Watkins, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
It becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
2nd down, another shot for Jones. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Mahomes now to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. A big play there for KC.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A give to Jones. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there, because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things, because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. A 6-2 is their record through the first 8 weeks. Now, Charles, what is your assessment for them in the second half of the season?
Well, I think that the road gets a little bit tougher for them. And when I look at their schedule, I see some of these road games, and I know those.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Packers. Sammy Watkins, 77 yards. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now following the touchdown, Hofrichter to kick off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because...
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
They'll run on first down. Jones. A gain of 3, second down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Off the option, it's Jones. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big. But in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. He'll find Jones again, complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Time, 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Here's Rodgers throwing quickly to the flat. And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now following the touchdown, Hofrichter to kick off. This fielded right at the goal line. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drop.
It's caught inside the 25. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. A big play there for KC. Patrick Mahomes, he can do everything seemingly, and that time he just reared back and let it fly.
And to be honest, this first half hasn't been anything they'd be really proud about. So they needed something like this to change their fortunes. Now they need to make sure they finish this one off, not just with points, but with a touchdown.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Mahomes to throw. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. To throw, it's Mahomes. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Rashawn Gary able to finally wrestle him down for what's just going to be a huge loss, and it takes us to 4th down as well. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. You add in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
On 1st down, it's Jones. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches. Rodgers going to try and throw on third down.
He'll drop this underneath for Jones.
And he is going to have a Packers first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Throwing on first down is Rodgers.
Open man left side, it's the tight end Tunyon.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. To throw is Rodgers.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Shotgun now for Rodgers. This is caught. Touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers are able to add on to their first half lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And a rout is on here in this first half.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. This taken in at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Mahomes now on first down. Catch is made by Hardman. Oh, a solid stiff arm and some open field. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
And he's going to have a first down, and they get into field goal range here at the 29.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Mahomes.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Rasul Douglas picks it. And the Packers are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, Davis.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Hey, take 26.
They're going to need some therapy after this.
Now Rodgers. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Chris Jones in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
One of the better defensive linemen in the league, can be absolutely dominant at times. Chris Jones has been a Pro Bowler each of the last 2 years. In 2020, just 7.5 sacks. But he did have a career high of 15.5 just 3 seasons ago in 2018. He and Frank Clark provide excellent pressure against opposing quarterbacks.
And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Let's go, hey. Go, Mike, 43! 43!
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdes-Scantling. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
He'll buy some time right. Looking deep for Jennings. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They had the big halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnover, so things are starting to look pretty rosy.
They certainly are, but they've got to be careful about getting complacent, though. They still need to go out and run their offense efficiently.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 7. 158. Yeah, this. 4 down. Check.
Rodgers going to throw. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Rodgers. Now swing pass for Dillon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
They'll run on first down. It's Jones, and this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now it's Rodgers. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. Only a yard there, sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
That's complete to Lazard. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. This will wind up a loss on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. On now is the Packers punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. He's got a man. Complete. He's at the 30. 10. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelsey, 96 yards. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. The 40. Still going inside the 30. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Looking deep for Jennings. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Gary Jennings, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. At their own 18-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Flushed out right. He's going to look deep for Watkins. It got his man complete. And all the way down to the 29. It's a big play there for Green Bay.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Buying time to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
On 2nd and goal, Rodgers toward the pylon, caught, and it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Rodgers on fire, his 5th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Packers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Rosas good with the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. Now following the touchdown, Hofrichter to kick off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. We're back now in KC. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Escaping the pressure right. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he will bring this one back. A fumble touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
This fielded right at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. A big play there for KC.
Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes.
Locates Hardman for another catch.
And down inside the 15 he goes.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll go again to Jones. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Caught on the slant. Touchdown. Travis Kelce with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Chiefs get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that will cut this lead down to 25.
Chiefs 24. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Just a yard to go here on 2nd down.
Let's get this. One set, eyes up, one set.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Steps away to his left. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. This is Jones. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. Oh, wide open, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big connection on that one. 37 yards. On first down, it's Jones. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Hard throw, incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
Rosas' kick is good, and their lead will swell up to 28. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Meanwhile, Mahomes throw into the hands here of Hardman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary able to record his 5th sack of the season. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Second and 12. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes. Flush to his right. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. And, oh, he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the fourth. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Good gain there on first down, and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Rodgers looking to throw. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Now first down run here by Jones as he'll take it forward for a gain of about 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Jones. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. A gain of 7. First down, Packers.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on